let's meet the starting line. First, from visitors from Cape Fear Community College. Starting at guard, number 3, Janelle Sindab. Starting at guard, number 5, Amaya Pfeiffer. Starting at guard, number 10, Armani Robinson. Starting at forward, number 12, Jakia Brunson. And starting at center, number 23, Malia Jackson. The Sea Devils are coached by Taylor Todd Williams, and she is assisted by Felicity Havens. And now for your BCC Dolphins. Starting at guard, number 4, Chelsea Rivera. Starting at guard, number 11, Amaya Glenn. Starting at center, number 12, Lily Fournier. Starting at forward, number 12, Shantae Douglas. And starting at forward, number 22, Destiny Mitchell. The Dolphins are coached by Joe Gahan, and he is assisted by
Cape Fear Sea Devils and Brunswick Dolphins today on YouTube. 23rd ranked Sea Devils in town to take on their rivals, Brunswick. Sea Devils unbeaten at 6-0. Dolphins are 2-3. And howdy, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you once again as we get set for this rival game. Sea Devils coming off a victory on Sunday, 59-57 against Albany Tech down in Georgia. They finished the stretch on Sunday where they played 3 games in 3 days right after Thanksgiving. Dolphins are coming off that November 24th loss against Fayetteville Tech, 85-77. As the tip is controlled by Brunswick and we're underway. Here is Glenn on the near side, cross court to Rivera. Dolphins, you'll remember in their last game, trailed by 27 at the half in that game, came storming back, especially in that third quarter, as they turn it over here. It's a steal by Robinson. Robinson swings it over to Sindab, and her bucket is no good. The put back down low by Pfeiffer is no good. Pfeiffer's got it again and traveled with it, got away with it. Swings it out to Robinson for 3, no good. And the rebound by Cornegi. So both teams empty on their opening possession. So Dolphins have been off for a little bit. Cape Fear has been quite busy moving up into the NJCAA national rankings at number 23 in the country as Brunson gets the rebound for the Sea Devils. Minute in, no score yet. Brunson over to Sindab. She drives in, back out Brunson for 3. Off the back iron, rebound to Rivera. Chelsea Rivera pushing, 3-on-2, attacks, scores, and the foul. Nice start for Rivera and the Dolphins. Chelsea Rivera had 24 points against Fayetteville Tech in that comeback effort that came up just short. I was talking about it a moment ago, but the Dolphins put up 29 points in the third quarter, still fell short by 8, though. In addition to those 24 points, Rivera had 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 steals. She's got 3 points, the first 3 points in the game here today for either team. Rivera has moved up to 9th in points per ball game in Region 10 at those 13 a game. Well, trap here for the Dolphins, no trouble for Cape Fear. On the near side, Brunson, now here's Pfeiffer. Jackson. Robinson now swings it back to Pfeiffer. They look down low for Jackson, and Jackson traveled with the basketball. So Dolphins, nice defensive start here today. Defense has not really been too much of a problem. They're only forcing 12 turnovers a game, but averaging 14.4 steals. So somewhere the stats are off a little bit there. Top of the key, Rivera. Here is Glenn. Mitchell getting the start today. Tip pass by Douglas out to Glenn. Now Mitchell for 3. Got it to go. So Destiny getting the start here today. And came in just 20% from 3. 6-0 Brunswick, and that's going to be a blocking foul. The bucket will not count for Brunson. Robinson out on the wing. Here is Sindab. Top of the key, it's Brunson. Ball swung to the open. Pfeiffer for three, no good. Cold start for Cape Fear, but they get yet another offensive rebound. It's Robinson with the putback, no. When she's fouled, Ramani Robinson will go to the charity stripe. 7:44 to go. We're just underway. Chris Shima, glad to be with you from the home studio in Cleveland, Ohio. I know we got folks on the Brunswick side watching.
We're good, White. We're good.
On the east side of Cleveland. Vaught is in now for Cape Fear, an early sub as Brunson picked up the foul.
You didn't even call the right player.
Cape Fear's Robinson. Issue at the scoring table here. What else is new? So we're holed up here for just a moment as Robinson will try to salvage the trip here.
Let's go, White. Box out.
So Robinson's free throw goes in and out. Rebound controlled by Douglas. Here come the Dolphins. Catch and shoot Rivera. Airballed it. Put back is good by Cornegi. 3 for Rivera, 3 for Mitchell, and 3 for Cornegi now. And the Dolphins lead at 8-zip. What a start for Brunswick against the number 23 team in the country.
Let's go. We're tied.
Maggie Hawley, I started the reference, the east side of Cleveland. Maggie Hawley into the game for Cape Fear. She's from Mentor, Ohio. They got about 70 feet of snow out there as Hawley can't get the three to go. Offensive rebound by Vaught, and the putback is good. So a little bit of a line change for Cape Fear as the slow start. Bench comes in, 3 minutes in. Cape Fear finally on the board. Here's Rivera over to Glenn from downtown. The rainbow shot is short. Offensive rebound chased down almost by Brunswick, and then Pfeiffer got there on a bounce. Now Pfeiffer over to Hawley. Her bank shot is good. So 4 quick points off the bench for Cape Fear. 2 for Hawley, 2 for Vaught, and the lead is cut in half, 8-4. Mitchell gets it back from Douglas. It's swung over to Glenn now. Destiny with the pass. Douglas corner shot is an air ball. Cornegi tried for the rebound, but she was boxed out. Got a hand on it, but it went out of bounds back to Cape Fear. Cornegi will go out with 2 points, and Princess Kennedy will come off the bench.
Let's go, White. Get it back.
Good production off the bench for Kennedy. 8 points, almost 6 rebounds a game, 2 steals off the bench as well. Pfeiffer throws it full court, or into the front court. Hawley gets it back, and she'll back it out now for the Sea Devils. On the near side, Brunson, back to Hawley. Tip pass, nicely done by Robinson down low, and Vaught's got her second bucket. 6-0 run for the Sea Devils, have them within 2 after Brunswick scored the first 8 in the game, and it's 8-6. Glenn with the no-look dime, and that is a bucket for Douglas. So that ends the 6-0 run, puts Brunswick back up by 4. Into the front court, Vaught, and it swung to Pfeiffer now, who will set it up for the Sea Devils as we approach the midway point here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, watch corner.
It's Hawley. The handoff goes to Pfeiffer.
Slide.
Pfeiffer hop step off the back iron, rebound controlled by Douglas. Extra pass on the 2-on-1. It's Rivera to Kennedy, and the Dolphins back up by 6. Really nice start for Brunswick here today. Robinson over on the far side. Can tell they look fresh. Hawley using the baseline attacks and scores for her second bucket. So all the points off the bench for Cape Fear. It's 4 for Hawley, 4 for Vaught. And it's 12-8 Brunswick. Glenn swings it out. Mitchell hit a 3 moments ago. Not that time. And the rebound chased down by Robinson. Sea Devils doing a nice job on the glass. Shot's not falling right now, but winning the rebounding battle. Here's Brunson for 3. Got it to go. And that quiets the home crowd. Cape Fear always bringing a good crowd down with them as well. I know their cheerleaders are always in the gym Mitchell out on the wing. 1 point lead for Brunswick. Good start to this one. Good energy. Attacking Glenn, throws it up, no whistle. Here comes Robinson again out of the pack. Had her pass deflected, so she'll hand it off to Brunson. 6 minutes in.
Let's go. Get a stop, White, right here. Get it back.
Brunson swings it over to Pfeiffer. Robinson on the near side, hands it off to Brunson. Extra pass to Holly, corner 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Vaught, and she's up to 6 points quickly off the bench. So Cape Fear taking its first lead, 13-12. 13-4 extended run here for the Sea Devils as Douglas will hand it off to Mitchell. Now Rivera with 8 on the shot clock. Attacks off the glass, she'll score. Rivera now with 5. Brunswick back on top, 14-13. The rival game. Robinson attacks. Robinson to the bucket. Yes. Her first points. Third lead change in the last minute or so as we go inside 2:50 left to go here in the quarter. Rivera from downtown, in and out on the triple try. Here is Brunson pushing it into the forecourt for Cape Fear. Dolphins, nice job getting back. Brunson looking down low. I think Vaught might have had a shot there, but instead it's a traveling violation on Cape Fear. 2:35 left to go here in this opening quarter. Good start to this rivalry contest. These two teams battling with the Sea Devils, number 23 ranked in the country, leading 15-14. Starling is off the bench for Brunswick as the Dolphins trail it 15-14. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. 2:33 to go here in this opening quarter. I'm at the home studio in Ohio. Wherever you're watching from, gave a shout out to all you on the east side of Cleveland. Thanks for watching. Nice move there by Glenn to get right to the hoop and put Brunswick back up. So Glenn's first bucket. We've had 4 lead changes and now a steal by Rivera. Rivera blew the layup. Rebound controlled by Brunson. Into the forecourt, Robinson on the wing. This is Holly, corner 3, contested shot. Put back by Sindab, who's back in the game. And it's deflected off Brunswick out of bounds. Dolphins scored the first 8 points in this one. Mackenzie Morton is in local product from Wilmington and Ashley High School, wearing number 2 in black. So Cape Fear going deep into its bench. They have a lot of depth on this team, as always, but even more so this year. Shot clock is down to 1. Brunson was aware, didn't get it anywhere near the rim, so Brunswick playing some nice defense here. They've given up 15 with still 1:34 to go, but you like the defensive effort so far today against this Cape Fear offense. Nashia Williams is on the court. Williams with the turnover. Here comes Robinson into the forecourt. She almost lost it. It trickles back out. Robinson still trying to get it, and we got a whistle called on Brunswick. So Glenn, Starling, Kennedy, Cornegi is back in, and Williams is the 5 for Brunswick right now. It's Brunson, Sindab, Morton, Vaught. Did I say Brunson already? I said Robinson. That's the 5 right now for Cape Fear. And free throws coming for Mackenzie Morton. That is team foul number 4 on Brunswick. Just 1 on Cape Fear. So a little extra bonus time here late in the first quarter for Cape Fear as Cornegi picked up her second foul. So she's got to go back out. Glenn comes back in. And Mitchell back in. 5 points combined for those two ladies. The first free throw is no good by Morton. So Morton can tie it. And she does. It's our first time. We've had 4 lead changes already in the game. I started saying this out of the timeout. Dolphins scored the first 8 points. Cape Fear rattled off 6 straight. Dolphins responded with 2 more buckets. And then we have gotten into this back and forth here late in the quarter. Glenn attacks. Glenn swatted. That is Kelly Holmgren in the game for the first time, making an immediate impact. Holmgren 5'10", another local product from Hoggard in Wilmington. Kennedy throws it up, no good. Holmgren, another nice defensive play, got the board as well. Into the forecourt, Sindab looking down low, and that pass off the mark. She was looking for Brunson. This Cape Fear Sea Devils team took down Bryan and Stratton. That was the second game of that back-to-back earlier this year. Bryan and Stratton came to Brunswick and wiped the floor with the place, won by 40, and then went up to Cape Fear and lost the next day. Nice pass by Williams. 3-ball no good. Williams stays with it, can't get the bucket, but she's fouled. So Nashaya with some nice hustle, and she'll go to the free throw line. All right, more subs as Yamori Hardison is in for the first time, number 14. Hawley back in, and Jackson back in, joining Brunson and Holmgren out there as Williams gets on the board. 7 players have scored now for Brunswick already. And they lead it by 2 again. 1 tie, 4 lead changes. Shot clock is off if the Sea Devils want to hold it. How deep is Brunson? Hardison, now Hawley. Brunson had it poked away by Kennedy. Kennedy ran out of real estate over on the baseline, though. So Cape Fear has 5.2 to work with as we wind down. Quarter number 1, entertaining quarter. Dolphins lost by almost 50 points combined, or averaged in the last 2 meetings a season ago. Let's try to get this out a little better. Cape Fear won both meetings last year. They scored 90-plus in both meetings. Cape Fear 90-41 at Brunswick. Sea Devils 91-32 in Wilmington. Dolphins trying to beat the clock here. Williams throws it up. It's swatted away, and that does it for an entertaining first quarter. These two rivals putting on a show, and the Dolphins lead number 23, Cape Fear, 18-16 after 10 minutes of play. We'll be back with the second quarter. All right, folks, we had a technical foul called at the end of that quarter. And it was on Cape Fear. The free throws were no good by Williams, so apology. Now we're going to go to the end of the first quarter. No change, though, with the Dolphins leading by 2. Underway in the second quarter. That's me, Chris Shima. Glad to be with you from the home studio in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Cape Fear with the basketball trailing by 2. Some nice ball movement finding Brunson, who buries the 3. So Brunson's second triple. She's got 6. Vaught has 6. We have 5 lead changes now. Rivera has 5 for Brunswick. 12 different players have scored, 7 for Brunswick, 5 for Cape Fear. Really good start to this game for Brunswick. They led it 8-0 at one point. They turn it over here, though. So Sea Devils coming in unbeaten at 6-0. First of a back-to-back on the road. They'll be at Lewisburg Saturday at noon. Then home against Cleveland on Monday at 6. Brunswick, this is game 4 of that 7-game homestand. We'll see Cleveland CC first. That will be Sunday at 1 p.m. And then the Holiday Classic, our friends Lewisburg on Saturday and Catawba on Sunday. All evening games there. On the inbound, it was a steal by Hardison, and then using that arm. So back-to-back turnovers. Brunswick will inbound it in the backcourt here. Kaya trying to get it in. She does to Rivera. Starling, Rivera, Mitchell, Kennedy, and Rivera, or excuse me, Glenn, the 5 on the floor right now for Joe Gaughan's team. 9:06 left to go. Just underway here in the second quarter. Another sloppy inbound for Brunswick. 3-on-2. The bucket is good for Brunson. She's up to 8. And the Sea Devils have their biggest lead now, 21-18. Glenn is going to be fouled by Hardison. First foul of the quarter, just the second foul on Cape Fear in the game. Douglas 2 points so far. She's back out there. Joining Mitchell, Rivera, Glenn, and Kennedy. Inbound to the cutter, Douglas, and we have back-to-back whistles now on Cape Fear. So 2 quick team fouls on the Sea Devils. So yeah, Sea Devils won by 49 on this court a season ago and won by almost 60 in Wilmington against Brunswick. I'm telling y'all, this is a very different Brunswick team this year. Princess Kennedy, blocking foul going to be called. Kennedy going to go to the free throw line. I'm not 100% sure. Ask our camera person here while we have these free throws for Kennedy. See if we can get some clarification from the gym on what the technical was about. As Holmgren goes out and Vaught comes back in. Good minutes for Vaught in that first quarter as Kennedy banks it in from the free throw line. Yeah, when you're shooting 38% from that charity stripe, use that glass. That's beautiful right there. That's what that square thing, you know, the square thing with the tape around it or the paint around it. If you're shooting bad from the free throw line, Man, it's going to go in every time. Hardison uses it on offense as well. So a couple of banks on the free throw and then a banked layup. Here's Rivera throwing it up. No good. Put back is good, though, by Douglas down low. So Douglas' second field goal. 1 point game. In the forecourt, Jackson. Cross court to Brunson on the near side. Bounce pass over to Hawley for 3 off the front of the rim. Jackson, offensive rebound. Put back is good. Her first bucket of the game. Aaliyah Jackson played at Wake Tech, now Cape Fear. Rivera, bounce pass. I don't think Douglas was expecting it, but she collects and scores anyways. So Douglas takes over the team lead with 6. Brunson leads everybody with 8 for Cape Fear. Layup no good that time. Put back no good by Jackson. Might have been a block there as well. Rivera down low. Tip pass out by Douglas. Glenn putting the moves on. Glenn to the hoop. And she draws contact on Vaught. Oh, it was a foul at the end of the quarter, I'm being told. So that's what that was. It wasn't a technical foul. So I was not paying attention. What else is new? Monica Surratt in for the first time as Cape Fear goes deeper into its bench. Taylor Todd Williams running everybody out there. They had to bring out the extra chairs. That Cape Fear team has a lot of depth this year. Glenn 67% at the free throw line this season. And we remain tied for the second time here tonight. Here is Vaught. Brunson right wing. Top of the key, Hawley between the circles with it. Back to Brunson, now down low, Vaught. Swings it out to Hawley. Hardison's been attacking. Back out Hawley for 3. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound trickled down low. I believe that was, we'll check on that. I didn't see the jersey number, but Cape Fear's back up by 2. Now flying in, Brunson with the steal. Brunson for 3, yes. Big turnaround there. And a 5-point swing just like that. It was Robinson with the bucket on the first one, and then a tough move there by Kennedy to answer back. Yeah, Dolphins just got to hang around for Princess. That's her 6th point, and she has been aggressive. So 2-point game. The threes are really starting to go down for Brunson, though. She has a game-high 14. Kennedy tries to answer again. Can't get it to go. I don't know if Brunswick wants to get into a track meet here. Got to be careful with those quick shots. Hawley around the defense, airballed it. And Douglas had position. Is it going to be a foul on Cape Fear? It will be on the Sea Devils, and the Dolphins now in the bonus with still 6 minutes left to go here in this quarter. That's the second on Vaught. So Holmgren, I believe, picked up 2. Now Vaught's got 2. Cape Fear dealing with a little bit of foul trouble here. And the first free throw is short by Shantae Douglas. 13 points, 9.8 rebounds, a block a night. Douglas 3rd in the region in rebounds per game, 4th in field goal percentage at 54%. She's up to 7 points here today. They look down low again. They were looking for Surratt, and it's a turnover instead. Here comes Brunswick. Sea Devils getting back defensively. Glenn Rivera, extra pass to Starling, steps to her left. The 3 is off the back of the rim. Nice box out there by Hardison, and an easy call there on the rebound.
You're good, Chelsea.
So Rivera picking up the foul.
Get it back right here, Chelsea. You got
If you're
it.
just joining us, 2 ties, 5 lead changes so far in this game. 4 of those coming in the first quarter. As Hardison's pass is tipped, but it comes to Brunson. Back to Hardison. Down low to Surratt. Surratt, it's a jump ball as Kaya Starling ties her up. Dolphins have the possession arrow. Love the effort today from Brunswick. Really love this effort. Can they string it together for 40 minutes, this young Dolphins team? That's what remains to be seen. We have not seen 40 minutes of good basketball for Brunswick yet this season. Even in the wins, I would argue. Rivera had it stripped. Now 2-on-2 for the Sea Devils. Hardison to the bucket. Well, she's been attacking. Second field goal. Here comes Brunswick right back. Glenn, no, but she's fouled. So Amaya Glenn going to go to the free throw line here. Glenn hit 1 out of 2 moments ago, and we're going to have these free throws here in just a moment. Take a quick timeout and then come right back. Got to give a shout out to Coastal Transplants, and got to get a big shout out to Papa Gahan up there in Hughes. Joe Gahan's dad, I understand, is out of the hospital. After 8 weeks in the hospital, he's out. He said, Coach Joe said that he's a big fan of me. It's probably just whatever medication he's on after being in the hospital for 8 weeks, or just really low standards, or both. But glad you're out of the hospital. Pops, glad you're hopefully on the mend. Case of dropsy, maybe barrel fever. Not sure what it was, but just glad he's home. Dolphins free throw was no good. They got an extra possession, and then Douglas traveled with it. Syracuse is going to get some weather as well from this next storm we got coming our way tonight and tomorrow. Morton with the fake to the hoop, can't score. Offensive rebound, Surratt, and she'll go to the free throw line. Monica Surratt from Shelby, North Carolina. I don't have the studio cam up today. I was waiting to see if the snow was going to start tonight and maybe show you. I know nobody in Ohio who's watching is going to be impressed with that, and the Gauans up there in New York are not going to be impressed with it either. But for those of you down in North Carolina, I thought maybe we'd get to show you a little bit of snow from up here in Cleveland, but it doesn't look like much is going on out there right now, at least not downtown here. Surratt misses both free throws, but the offensive rebound of Brunson, who has been outstanding today, missed that one, stays with it, and she's just getting the hustle award in this game. She has been hitting 3 after 3, almost got another one to go, and Mitchell had position on the rebound there, and Cape Fear called for the foul. So more free throws to come on the other end. Dolphins in the bonus. Vaught is out. Jackson is back in for Cape Fear. Although I understand down in the Carolinas, y'all have a little winter going on right now as well. It's cold everywhere. It's my favorite kind of weather, I know. I know there's something wrong with it. There's plenty of things wrong with me. That's just one of them. But free throw still not going down. Offensive rebound. The bucket was no good by Douglas. Here come the Sea Devils leading by 6. Dolphins got to be careful here. They've been hanging around in this game, but Sea Devils, you can feel that momentum is changing. The Dolphins are cooling off offensively. Got to force some turnovers, get some stops, get some rebounds on this end. Pfeiffer driving, and Pfeiffer traveled with the basketball. Good call, Danielle. She was on it. So we have one more game remotely on Sunday, and then I'm coming down in person for the Holiday Classic. I'll be in the building starting next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Dolphins women will play next Saturday and Sunday back-to-back. Of course, that game this Sunday coming up against Cleveland Community College. That'll be at 1 p.m. Mitchell with the inbound, 14 to shoot. Williams back in, gets it out to Glenn. Glenn traveled with the basketball. So Dolphins have been cooling off offensively. Cape Fear trying to increase their biggest lead now at 6. There's Pfeiffer, pull up in the lane, no good. Tip for the rebound. 4 Dolphins were there. Kennedy comes out with it. Scoops it over to Williams. Bounce pass to Kennedy, and Kennedy's momentum led her away from the basketball. Here's Morton to the hoop. Morton blocked, and it's last touch by Brunswick. With 3:04 left to go here in this opening half. I was talking to Cape Fear's AD, Ryan Matlow, yesterday. I guess women's tournament and the men's tournament, the D2 tournament's going to be at Cape Fear. Y'all are going to be stuck with me for both of those. We did the D2 women's tournament here at Brunswick last year. That championship game between Cape Fear and Bryan and Stratton. The Sea Devils getting a little revenge on the Region 10 champs earlier this year, beating them in Wilmington. It's looking like those two are going to be the favorites again, although always curious to see what Louisville's going to bring to the court. Cape Fear and the Canes will play at Lewisburg on Saturday, and then we'll see Lewisburg the following weekend. Here is Rivera, top of the key, over to Williams. Kennedy now attacking. She's got the size advantage, and not a bad foul there by Morton. She was getting beat. She had the mismatch. Make them earn it at the free throw line. I'm looking forward to coming down to the Holiday Classic next week, by the way. It's a lot of work to get ready for it, but I'm still looking forward to making the trip down and seeing everybody. I got to make an appearance once a year in the building, or everybody's going to think I'm an AI or something. So 7 for Kennedy now. She gets 1 out of 2. Nobody's really scored in a while. It's a 5-point game. Sea Devils had an opportunity maybe to blow it open a little bit, but Brunswick playing some nice defense here in the zone right now. Brunson, Surratt, Morton, now Pfeiffer. Everybody touches the ball offensively for Cape Fear. Have you noticed that? Oh, the little hop step, the little Dirk shot by Robinson, who's up to 6 points. Brunson leads them with 14. Kennedy and Douglas lead Brunswick with 7 points apiece. Glenn attacking. Douglas couldn't get the bunny from the baseline. Here comes Brunson into the forecourt. Pfeiffer between the circles, over to Robinson, right wing 3. Yes! Triples starting to fall for the Sea Devils. Robinson now with 9. It's a 10-point game. This is what I'm talking about here. Dolphins got to hang around. This final 90 seconds. Cape Fear can smell the blood in the water. And I think we got another whistle here. It's going to be on Robinson. It's her first. Chelsea Rivera, 79% free throw shooter. 13 points a game, 4 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 3.2 steals a game. Free throws shooting has not been good today for Brunswick. Rivera is 9th in points per game. I mentioned that. She and Glenn in the top 10 in steals per game. Glenn is 5th with 3.6, and Rivera is 9th with 3.2. Kennedy is blocked twice And the momentum right now with Cape Fear. If you're just joining us, we had 5 lead changes, 2 ties in this first half. Most of that coming in the first quarter, though. Cape Fear is enjoying its biggest lead right now at 10. There's Surratt, too strong off the glass. Her putback is blocked by Douglas out of bounds. Shantae Douglas swatting that thing away. And Cape Fear will have 18 to shoot. Surratt attacking. And Surratt called for the offensive foul there as Kennedy took the charge. Might have been some initial contact there from Kennedy, although she got all ball and was still able to set herself and take the charge. That's some really good defense there by Princess Kennedy. Good player at Westover, and she's starting to settle into her role on this team nicely. Rivera over to Glenn on the left wing. Hands it off to Rivera, top of the key. Now she dribbles left. 50 seconds left to play in the half. Taking it baseline now, Rivera, and she commits the offensive foul. Dolphins cooling off as the second quarter has gone on. And Cape Fear now enjoying a 10-point lead with 32 seconds. They have the basketball. It's Pfeiffer top of the key. Morton on the wing. Now she dribbles around to the right side. Pfeiffer with 6 to shoot. Back to Morton. Left wing Robinson. Robinson spinning from the elbow. Airballed it. Rebound Kennedy. Had to get the shot off. The shot clock was winding down. Now Brunswick will have 10 seconds to work with. It's Williams top of the key. Here's Glenn, same spot. She attacks in the lane, goes off the glass too strong. Pfeiffer with the rebound. Pfeiffer at the buzzer from about 28 feet, couldn't get it to go. And Cape Fear takes a 39-29 lead into the locker room. Number 23 ranked Sea Devils leading by 10 as we go to the halftime break. We'll take the full halftime break, come back, bring you all the second half action in about 15 minutes. Don't go too far. Welcome back, everybody, as we're about to get started here in the second half. 23rd ranked Cape Fear Sea Devils at 6-0. They lead your 2-3 Brunswick Dolphins 39-29. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. I was watching this story on Instagram at halftime, and this woman making this big batch of guacamole. So I'm going to be hungry for the rest of the second half, but she ruined it. She added tomatoes at the end. Do you put tomatoes in your guac? Like, not everything needs tomatoes, and I say that as a full-blooded Italian who loves his red sauces. But, like, come on. There's no tomatoes in guacamole. Oh, these are the things that occupy my mind at halftime. All right, underway here in the second half. I don't know what's wrong with me today, folks. I apologize. Give you the first half totals. Brunson leads everybody with 14 for Cape Fear. Has a different look here in the starting lineup for Taylor Todd Williams. And it looks like it's the unit that closed the half. So Morton out there, Hardison who gets the steal. She was looking to make the extra pass, and it somehow found Morton. That pass was way offline. Anyways, Sindab also in. Robinson, and I mentioned Brunson, who's got a game-high 14. Robinson with 9. Vaught with 6. 4 for Hardison, 4 for Hawley, 2 for Jackson, and 1 for Morton. For Brunswick, Princess Kennedy and Shantae Douglas with 7 points each. Then 4 for Glenn, and a nice little bounce there on the back iron for Pfeiffer, who gets on the board with 3. So Glenn's got 4, Mitchell's got 3, Rivera, forgot about her, she's got 5, 2 for Cornegi and 2 for Williams. That's the scoring for Brunswick. So Cape Fear pushing its biggest lead out to 13. Here's Rivera to the hoop, banks it in and out. Douglas, the putback, got it to go. So Douglas now with a team-high 9 points. That's the first bucket in a long time. Dolphins asleep on defense, and guess who got back? Brunson. So Brunson ahead of the pack. Nobody picked her up. Brunson now is 16 in the game. Those of you just joining us, Brunswick started strong, led at 8-0, 6-0 run for Cape Fear in the first quarter. We had 2 lead changes we had 4 lead changes and 2 ties. Then just 1 lead change in the second quarter as the Sea Devils started to clamp down. And as you can see now, they're really starting to cook here in this third quarter, pushing the lead out to 15 as Morton scores the layup. Cape Fear coming off that busy post-Turkey Day tournament down in Georgia. They played 3 games in 3 days. No pecan pie for these ladies, as they went right back to work and ran the table down in Georgia. Most recent game they won by 2 against Albany Tech. That was on Sunday, as they get the turnover here. Saturday they beat Andrew College by 30. And then the day before that, at South Georgia Tech, they won by 3, 70-67. Cape Fear started the season beating Fayetteville Tech by 16. Then that 6-point victory against Bryan and Stratton on the 17th, and won by 19 at Guilford Tech. So they haven't really been home in a while. Since the 17th, that Bryan and Stratton game was their last home game. And this is technically the first of a back-to-back on the road to start the month of December. So they're at Lewisburg on Saturday, and then finally they go home on Monday to take on Cleveland Community College, as the game's gotten sloppy over the last couple of minutes here. Both teams coughing the basketball up left and right, but Cape Fear in control by 15 points. More changes for Cape Fear. Number 1 is out there. That's Jada Cameron. This is her first appearance. She's from Florence, South Carolina, home of Francis Marion. And she goes to the bucket. Nice pass down low. Pfeiffer came up short, follows it, had it deflected away. And Rivera just keeping it inbounds, and it's deflected off Cape Fear and out of play. 6:38 to go here in the third quarter. Destiny Mitchell, Rivera, Douglas, Starling, and Carnegie out there for Joe Gaughan's team. Dolphins 0-3 in the region, and Cape Fear is 3-0 as Douglas now in double figures. First player for Brunswick in double figures, Shante with 11. Hardison to the hoop, came up short. She'll go to the free throw line on the first foul in the quarter. And Maury Hardison is from up 17 in Jacksonville. So stuck on 4 points right now. And she remains there. She misses both free throws. Tip rebound came to Kaya Starling. Here's Douglas into the forecourt. Rivera on the near side. Nice pass down low to Mitchell, who banks it. That was a nice dime there by Rivera. Here is Hardison in the lane, swings it out. Corner three by Brunson, too strong. Mitchell chases down the rebound. Oh, they got Douglas ahead of the pack. Can they get it to her? Yeah, but she traveled with the basketball. Just couldn't quite keep that pivot foot down as the defense for Cape Fear came flying in, and Douglas wanted the pump but traveled instead. Lead is 11 for the Sea Devils, 46-35. 5:46 remaining here in the third quarter. Cameron driving into the lane. Hardison was in the lane, threw it up. It was blocked either by Kennedy or Douglas down low, or both. So Cape Fear will have 20 on the shot clock. Pfeiffer on the right wing, guarded by Kaya Starling in the man-to-man. Drives in, puts it up, no. Put back by Vaught, no, but she's fouled and will go to the free throw line. Second team foul on Brunswick. This has been a very lopsided game in terms of fouls, so in the first quarter, more on Brunswick. On the second quarter, more on Cape Fear. And now the Dolphins 2-zip in the foul category to start the third quarter. Maggie Hawley, fellow Buckeye, is back in the game. She has 4 points tonight, as the first free throw goes down for Vaught. Vaught make it 8 points. She got both free throws. Cape Fear back up 13. They've led by as many as 15 in the game. Dolphins led by as many as 8 here tonight. Threw it right to the defense. Off the bench, Sindab with the steal. Swings it out to Hawley. Corner three, no good. Tip for the rebound, and they say Mitchell had position as Brunson came over her back, so it's the first foul on the Sea Devils at almost the midway point here in the third quarter. Brunswick and Cleveland Community College on Sunday. Cape Fear playing at Lewisburg on Saturday, and then home against Cleveland CC on Monday. Starling attacking left of the lane, threw it up off the back iron. Hawley's got the rebound. She'll push, throws it ahead to Cameron in the forecourt for the Sea Devils. Back to Hawley, fakes the three. She'll attack, had it poked away, got it back out to Cameron. Corner three is good. Jada Cameron puts Cape Fear up by its biggest margin, 16 points now. And that will be a foul on the Sea Devils. So both teams with 2 team fouls, 4:32 to go here in quarter number 3. And 23rd ranked Cape Fear in control of this one. We'll be back. 3:32 to go here in the third quarter. Dolphins basketball brought to you by Coastal Transplants. Chris Shaman, glad to be back with you. Cape Fear leads by 16. Douglas throws it away. Cameron got in the passing lane. Bounce passes it ahead to Brunson. Back to Cameron, right wing. Steps right of the lane. Jumper is off the front iron. Rebound controlled by Rivera, who's being hounded. Now defense backs off. Rivera into the forecourt. Kennedy attacks. Throws it up. No, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. Dolphins game 4 of a 7-game homestand to close things out here in this first semester. 3 more games coming up here in about a 10-day span. Kennedy gets 1 out of 2 at the line. Lead is 15 for Cape Fear. Kennedy has 8 points. What a rocket pass thrown there by Brunson. It's deflected by Princess Kennedy. Well, they leave Cameron all alone. She just hit a 3. Nobody closes out on her, and she buries it again. Biggest lead for Cape Fear is now 18. Rivera, scoop, comes up short. Nice defense by Vaught. They throw it ahead for Hawley, but it was a little bit too far forward, and Hawley couldn't quite catch up to it. Turnover, Cape Fear. .332 to go here in the third quarter. Destiny Mitchell throws it left side to Starling, right back to Destiny up top. Now here's Rivera on the right side looking down low. Douglas over 2 defenders, too strong off the glass. Kennedy had it for a moment. Cameron takes it away. Cameron into the forecourt on the right side. Steps into a 3. Heat check time. Couldn't get the bounce. Offensive rebound down low. Brunson no good. But she hits the deck on the turnaround, and Brunson will go to the free throw line. Game high for Brunson. Now 17 points as she gets the first free throw to go. Jakia Brunson played at Clark Atlanta, which is I think they're D2 from Goldsboro. High school ball at Wayne County Day. Another steal for the Sea Devils. They're starting to pick the pockets. Extra pass Cameron as she bounced past it to Sindab. That's Janelle Sindab's first bucket from down the road in Mullins. Destiny Mitchell just inside the arc, misses the jumper. Rebound controlled by Brunson. Throws it front court to Cameron. Cameron attacks into the lane. It was swatted. Sindab is there. Up top, Hawley for 3. Still can't get one to go. Put back no by Vaught. And here comes Brunswick. Down by 22 now. Princess Kennedy off the glass. She gets in the double figures. Kennedy and Douglas have combined for 21 of the 38 as Cape Fear throws it away. But Sea Devils in control here, and their defense is really clamped down against Brunswick. Just 9 points for the Dolphins so far here in this third quarter. It's been a 19-9 third quarter for Cape Fear. Sea Devils on their way to their 7-0 record. They get out to fast starts just about every season, as Vaught got the tip pass, and then coming back in the front court, Dolphins trying to steal it back. And we got a jump ball possession arrow will favor Brunswick. I think that was Mitchell. Yeah, Destiny Mitchell with the hustle play there for Brunswick. Minute 50 to go here in the third quarter. Williams back into the game, brings it into the forecourt. Out there with Rivera, Carnegie, Mitchell, and Kennedy. Rocket down low to Carnegie, and she throws up a wild shot, but got Hawley to commit the foul. Fourth team foul on Cape Fear. You see on the scoreboard on your screen, 3 for Brunswick. We're going to go to a timeout here with 1:37 left to go here in this third quarter. Back to live action. Dolphins looking inbound with 20 on the shot clock. Williams' jumper banks it off the glass. So Williams' second bucket. She's got 4. Dolphins have cut the 22-point lead now down to 17. With 1:18 left to go here in the third quarter. Now Sindab travels over on the right wing with it. Brunswick saw them come back, or try to come back, against Fayetteville Tech in that second half. Back before the Thanksgiving Day break, they come up empty on this possession. 1:04 to go here in the third quarter. Chris Sheeman back here with you, the home studio in Ohio. Rivera disrupted the pass, almost came up with the steal. Instead, Cape Fear keeps it in the front court. Here's Brunson driving baseline into the lane, no good. Put back down low, though, by Vaught, and she's in double figures now with 10. 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It's Glenn left wing, Kennedy up top, and Williams not expecting the pass. It's through her hands and out of bounds. The shot clock and game clock are about maybe 3 seconds off. Our clock might be a little bit, our clock is not 100% accurate. Might be a few tenths off. Cameron, ball swung over to Hawley for 3. Got one to go. She has cooled off from 3, but buries that one. Now 7 for Maggie Hawley. 3 seconds to work with. At the buzzer, Rivera answers back with a triple. She's up to 8 points. And Cape Fear leads after 3 quarters, 63-44. We'll be back with the final 10 minutes here in just a moment. Kirshima back here with you. Thanks for hanging out wherever you're watching from here tonight. This rival game. Cape Fear in control, 63-44. Sea Devils start with the basketball. Cape Fear can close this out. They'll go to 7-0. They have had, I think this would be the third consecutive year they've started at least 7-0, maybe even more than that. Taylor Todd Williams, ever since she has taken over this program, has done a really nice job. Came up short of their goal a season ago as Kennedy scores. Good game for Princess. She's up to 12 points. She leads the team. Shantae Douglas behind her with 11, and Rivera's got 8. Mitchell with 5, 4 for Glenn. Brunson's got 18 for Cape Fear. Vaught with 10. And Brunson turns it over. Robinson has 8. Hawley's got 7, 6 for Cameron. Both teams very balanced scoring here tonight. We'll see what happens in the Region 10 tournament this season. Sea Devils right now nationally ranked at number 23 in the country after beating Bryan and Stratton and then running the table down in Georgia. There were 2 really close games against 2 really good programs down there last weekend, but Sea Devils, another good start to the year for them. I know it's 17-point lead, but I've been really encouraged with what I've seen from Brunswick today. Not that time. It was a bad turnover, but Brunson can't make them pay, but came out strong. Williams swings it out in the corner. It's Glenn over to Kennedy. Her set shot no good. Cameron the rebound. Brunson attacking. Brunson's got numbers. Ooh, might have been a foul there. Vaught hits the deck. No whistle, though. It is deflected off Brunswick and out of play. They're going to take Brunson out with 18 points as Holmgren comes back in the game. First time here in the second half. Who else is out there? Surratt back in for Cape Fear. They join Cameron, Holly, and Sindab. 5-second call there as Hawley took just a tick too long to get it inbounds. Well, I was hoping for snow. I was going to bring the studio cam up at the next media timeout, but it looks like we got rain right now instead, so it's a little too warm here in Cleveland for snow, apparently. Shot blocked as Surratt in transition. Kennedy the foul. That'll send her, Monica Surratt, back to the free throw line. We're begging for snow here downtown. Eastside got walloped and continues to get walloped here in Northeast Ohio. We have not even gotten an inch of snow here. Surratt gets 1 out of 2. Lead is 15. Glenn into the front court for Brunswick. It's Glenn turning on the Jets, making the extra pass to Mitchell, but she's called for the offensive foul. Glenn, Mitchell, Rivera, Williams, Kennedy, the 5 for Coach Joe right now. Holmgren in the corner fires a 3, goes in and out. So Kelly Holmgren showing her range, couldn't quite get it to go down. Williams, it swung over to Glenn from Mitchell on the left wing. Glenn got a screen, instead goes to Rivera. Rivera being hounded. Cape Fear in a trapping zone. Cutting Mitchell. Defender went for the steal, left Destiny open, couldn't bounce it in. Kennedy got tied up with Surratt, and the possession arrow favors Cape Fear. 7:34 left to go in the game. All Sea Devils here tonight. They've led by as many as 22. Brunswick led 8-0 at the start of this game It was a first quarter that had 4 lead changes and 2 ties. Cape Fear doing what Cape Fear does, settling into this game. They've played a lot of games in the last week or so. Surratt, defender, went for the steal. Kennedy met her at the rim, blocked it. Here comes Brunswick now. Williams into the front court. Princess Kennedy, I believe that's her second block today. 3 minutes and change into the final quarter. Turnover by the Dolphins. Hawley gathers, attacks, and she's going to the free throw line. Maggie Hawley, freshman brought in by Taylor Todd Williams as Cape Fear retooling. Men's and women's teams get a lot of transfers. As Hawley's up to 8 points. I mentioned Brunson at Clark Atlanta. Jackson from Wake Tech. Sindab also played at Wake Tech. Hawley gets them both. She's got 9. Up in Mentor, historically, they've had really good athletic teams at Mentor High School in Ohio. But Hawley is the only player who's not from North or South Carolina on the roster for Cape Fear. Amaya Glenn, top of the key. And Glenn is fouled. It's the first foul on Cape Fear here in the final quarter with 6:23 to go. 4 on the shot clock when that foul was committed. So Dolphins catching a break there. Kaya Starling back in the game. She'll inbound it. Starling scoreless so far as they look for her on the near side, and Williams says, my bad, on the pass. So Brunswick, another turnover. Hawley goes out with 9 points, and Kenliana Dixon is in for the first time. She's from Beaufort, North Carolina. Got to specify that when you're in the Carolinas. She'll attack. Dixon aggressive. And Shantae Douglas back in the game committing the foul. 4 already on Brunswick with 6:09 still to go. Well, Cape Fear, when they've been at their best in the last several seasons under Taylor Todd Williams, has been an excellent team getting to the free throw line, and the bench erupts as Dixon gets into the book on that first free throw. 1 out of 2 offensive rebounds, Surratt, and then she's fouled. So Cape Fear is in the bonus now. And Surratt can go to the line and give the Sea Devils the biggest lead of tonight if she hits both of them. Prior largest lead was 22 points. And she matches that with this free throw. So she's 2 for 3 from the charity stripe so far tonight. Make it 3 out of 4. All 3 points for Surratt at the free throw line. Kaya Starling on the far side of your screen, being hounded by 2 defenders. Bounce passes it out to Williams. Mitchell throws down low. Shantae Douglas had it blocked, got it back, and then she's fouled by Dixon. So Dixon gets credit with the block and then the foul. Correction, that was Holmgren, I think. Not Dixon. Shantae Douglas on the season, 59% free throw shooter. This is the first free throw. Douglas, I mentioned 3rd in the in the region in rebounds per game. She's at 2 double-doubles so far in the first 5 games this year. She's double figures scoring. I don't think she's got a double-double here today, though. Sindab attacks, came up short off the glass. Mitchell the rebound. Here comes Glenn, and Glenn is fouled. 3 team fouls on Cape Fear. So Glenn will go to the free throw line. Well, Glenn, her streak is in trouble. She's been in double-digit scoring in every game this year, averaging 12.6 points per ball game. She's only got 4 here today. So she's got to get these free throws and a couple more buckets to keep that streak alive. Averaging 4 assists this year as well. Douglas goes out, Princess Kennedy back in. Glenn is 6th in the region with 20 total assists and averaging 4 assists and 3.6 steals per game. Gets the first free throw to rim in. Glenn's got 5 now. And she stays on 5. Kennedy had the rebound for a moment, then Surratt rips it away. Here is Cameron, 6 points so far, make it 8 as she gets it to rim in. Biggest lead for Cape Fear now out to 24. Rivera had it blocked away by Dixon. Nice defense by her. Sindab bounce passes it ahead. Cameron, yes, and the foul. So Cameron becomes the 3rd player for Cape Fear in double figures now with 10. And she can make it 11 at the free throw line. Brunswick has put Cape Fear in the bonus at about the midway point here in the final quarter. Free throw goes in and out. Surratt is there yet again. She just outworks everybody. And Surratt couldn't get it to go, but it's off Starling out of bounds. So Cape Fear will get another crack at it here. I'm trying to see here. Everybody but Holmgren who has played has scored for Cape Fear. Now Holmgren can change that, and she does. Boy, right on target there, Kelly Holmgren. Her ears were burning, and she buries the 3. Everybody who has played for Cape Fear now has at least 1 point. Kaya Starling off on her 3 ball. Cameron pushing. Cameron now will back it out as the Dolphins get back defensively. Sindab. Here is Dixon. Cameron on the wing. Cameron lazy with the basketball. It's a turnover. Rivera to the hoop. She'll score. Rivera now in double figures with 10. 3rd player for Brunswick in double figures. Kennedy leads them with 12. Douglas right behind her with 11. And now Rivera with 10. Sindab attacks. Can't bank it. And Starling on the tip with the rebound. Inside 4 minutes to go in this game. Cape Fear by 27. Kennedy over to Rivera. Glenn attacks. Yes, and the foul. Glenn trying to keep that double-digit streak alive. She's now up to 7 points. Chance to make it 8 at the free throw line. And we'll see if she can hit the free throw. Well, I don't know. Are we taking a media timeout? Don't tell them. Oh, somebody told them. All right, media timeout. 3:44 left to go. It's all Cape Fear here tonight. We'll be back. It's me, Chris Shima. Glad to be back with you from the home studio in Ohio, wherever you're watching from here tonight. Hope you're staying warm. So Glenn now up to 8 points. She needs a bucket to make it 6 straight games in double figures. Hardison over to Cameron. Cameron out of the timeout. We'll get free throws for Cameron as another Brunswick foul. Janice Smith is in the game for Brunswick, number 10. Out there with Glenn Kennedy, Starling, and Williams. First free throw no good for Cameron, who's got 10 points tonight. Brunson led the way with 18 for Cape Fear. Vaught with 10, Cameron with 10, Robinson with 9, Hawley with 9. And now it's 11 for Cameron. Cape Fear by 25. 3:23 to go in the game. Don't forget, we'll be with you again on Sunday. Afternoon affair, 1 p.m. against Cleveland Community College. The Yetis will be in town. Then they'll go up the road to take on Cape Fear the following day, as Cape Fear will finally get to go home after a long 3 weeks at least on the road or in neutral locations. Both teams are in the bonus now, as Kennedy misses the first one. Go back to using the glass. Yeah. Rebound controlled by the Cape Fear. Sea Devils pushing. In the corner, Everett in the game. She can't score. Put back is good down low. And that's Hardison again. She's up to 6 points. Lead grows to 27 for Cape Fear. So number 11 in black is Justice Everett from Raleigh. As both teams now have emptied their bench, everybody has played for both sides. Well, I haven't seen Farmer, Nevaeh Farmer, yet for Cape Fear, but she might not be active. All right, Glenn trying to get to double digits and keep this streak alive. And she rims in the first one. She's got 9 now. Amaya Glenn has scored in double digits in every game this year, and she can keep that streak going with this free throw. And she does. 10 now for Glenn. 4 players in double figures for Brunswick. All right, let's see if Cape Fear can get Everett into the book. Everett, Dixon, Hardison, Holmgren out there with Cameron. As that's off Brunswick. 15 to shoot for the Sea Devils. 2:24 to go in the game. Cape Fear going to go to 7-0. Brunswick will fall to 2-4 when this is all said and done. Well, they were looking for Everett. Glenn disrupted it. 8 to shoot now for Cape Fear. We got a reach on Kennedy. So free throws up coming for Hardison. So Hardison misses the first free throw. Cape Fear's next game Saturday at Lewisburg. That will be at noon. Hardison now with 7 points. Lewisburg's always tough. It looks like Southwest Virginia has welcomed a lot of players back. Offensive foul there on Hardison, who was out of control. But right now, it's Cape Fear and Bryan and Stratton in the running to get right back to that championship game where they met a season ago, right here on Walter Shaw Court, as a matter of fact. Bryan and Stratton winning the region. Cameron got in the passing lane. Another steal for Cape Fear. Cameron throwing it up. I think she was looking for a whistle, but one never came. Here's Glenn pushing. Glenn to the hoop. Can't score. Tipped rebound. Smith swings it out. Starling had it poked away. Comes down to Kennedy over two defenders. She's fouled with 1:24 left to go. Vaught comes back into the game. As I believe Dixon went out. Kennedy stuck on 12 points. And make it a baker's dozen now for Princess Kennedy. 80-55, Cape Fear by 25. Here's Dixon. Cameron pull up at the half circle, no good. Here comes Smith, throwing it ahead to Starling. Get it back to Smith. Take the three, Janice. She does, can't hit it. Rebound controlled by Dixon. All right, now let's see if Cape Fear can get Everett a look here. Cameron walking it up for the Sea Devils. Everett's still, yeah, she's still in the game. Cameron is fouled. Just a reach on Brunswick there with 41.7. So Cameron is going back to the free throw line. Come here, buddy. The kitty is ready for this game to be over. She's pretty good at timing these things. There's been a few too many fouls here in the final quarter, and it's kind of got her messed up. She thinks the game should be done by now. It's a Region 10 game, Meepy. It's required to take 2 hours, I think, by law. Cameron in and out on the first free throw. It's 1 out of 2, so Cameron up to a dozen. Jenny Smith walks it up for Brunswick. She'll attack, throw it up, and traveled with the basketball before the shot. 31.8 to work with. Cape Fear will take one more shot, and then this one will be in the books. As the Sea Devils are going to go to 7-0 here today. Beat their rivals after a slow start. Sea Devils been able to clamp down. Glenn attacks. Glenn will put a few more points on the board. And your final score today will be Cape Fear 81 and Brunswick 57. So the Sea Devils, I mentioned, 7-0 now. Another 7-0 start to the season, 4-0 in the region. Brunswick 2-4, 2-3 at home, and 0-4 in the region. We'll be with you again Sunday. It's the Yetis and Dolphins, Cleveland Community College in town on Sunday. Until then, my name's Chris Sheeman. Once again, your final 81-57. 23rd ranked Sea Devils remain unbeaten as they take down Brunswick. Until this weekend, take care. Enjoy the rest of your week, everybody.